southwest Arkansas. There's enough lithium in this area. Global lithium need could be covered 9 times over by the amount of lithium in this deposit.
You can't tell me this is normal. Look at his forehead.
Do you think the Freemasons are still prevalent to this day?
What's on the back of your dollar? With an eye on it. You have something that where it says E pluribus unum, from one comes many. The Great Seal tells you everything.
Look, check me out. Tell me I'm not tripping. She wearing a mask. She for sure wearing a mask. Look at that. What the f does she got going on with her eye? Look. Come on. Oh yeah? I'm sure you do, you fucking alien. Look at that.
Now this is where a lot of people get the idea that these are all just reptilians, you know, lizards and human bodies basically. But I think there's a lot more to it, and I think it's a little bit different than what most people think. Watch this next clip.
The other extreme is advanced disguise that you would use for up close and personal for an extended period of time, where the person you were talking to would have no idea that you were not in true face. One of the things that was going on when I was chief of disguise was an enormous research program into the new advanced disguise system. It was basically the masks that everybody always wondered if we used masks, and this was the beginning. This is a series of photographs of when I met George H.W. Bush in the Oval Office and revealed to him that I was briefing him wearing a mask. When you go to disguise a person, the general idea is that you're going to meet with someone in this disguise, and they're going to write a memo of the person that they just met with. We want every item in that memo that describes you to be wrong.
So this woman was the chief of disguise for the CIA. My question to you is, what else do you think that they would use this type of mask and technology on? If they can pull it over on the president and have the president have no idea, then what do you think they could do to you? Because I don't think it was just to trick the president and say, ooh, guess who?
Speaking of hurricanes, Andrew, in southwest Arkansas, there's enough lithium in this area. Global lithium need could be covered 9 times over by the amount of lithium in this deposit. Lithium is found in a brine in the Smackover aquifers. This lithium deposit connects from Arkansas down to where the flooding in Texas happened. It gets really creepy when you start to look at how they bring that brine to the surface. So right now there's something called wastewater, and there's a debate that's been going on in Texas for years. Who has rights to the minerals in the waters? Historically, the landowner has the rights to that, but oil's different. Oil's a mineral right. They were ceding on July 2nd. January 21st, legislation passed that gave the rights to the mineral deposits and the surface wastewater over to the oil companies. It went into effect July 1st. The flood happened July 4th. Whoa. So the flooding that happened is literally raising the brine with lithium straight up to the surface.
The theory is that it was purposely flooded. This is all part of the grand scheme of harvesting lithium, potentially.
Now, I'm not saying all these things are connected, but if you have 2 brain cells and you rub them together, you could probably figure it out that they kind of actually are. If you look into Tennessee, if you look into any of the Carolinas, and everything that has happened with all the natural disasters, start looking into 15-minute cities, smart cities, things of that nature, you're going to start to question a lot more.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, and here are some things in my old books that make me question the narrative. Accounts of entire regions ruled by giants, and tribes with the heads of dogs. This sounds crazy and impossible until you realize legends of these beings exist across almost every ancient culture. So are these accounts fake or from a world before it was rewritten? Descriptions of technology that doesn't quite fit the timeline. Sprawling underground tunnels, entire mountains caved out, complex canal systems, precision-cut underground vaults, and stonework with magical mechanisms. And we're told these people just had hammer and chisels and limited tech? Something's not adding up. Field reports of mythological creatures like dragons. Descriptions of what they looked like, where they lived, how they were hunted, what the locals had to say about them, and what their organs were used for. So how are they describing creatures that we are told never existed? All I have to say is, if the news is fake, imagine how bad our history is. But I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
Now, I cannot confirm whether everything in these old books is correct and actually factual, but I have been collecting books from like the 1800s there as far back as I can go, and I have a large plethora of them now. I have a large amount of them now. Now, when you look into some of these old books, you will come across so much information that contradicts everything that we have been told about our U.S. history, about our world history. If you can get your hands on some old history books from at least before the 1920s, you're going to come across some very unique information.
Well, I knew this day would come where I would switch from the Planet of the Apes MK Ultra mind control programming that I was watching be implemented here. But now it's over. And I realized the new movie is Soylent Green, which was also one of my favorite movies. Yeah, Soylent Green. Now everything's about the movie Soylent Green. Watch that movie. Got artificial intelligence, euthanasia, all the good talking points of the mainstream media these days. And then suicide centers where you can see extinct species, and then they all have to go get these soy pellets to eat. And at the end, it's like, I'll tell you the end in case you don't have time to watch it. It's like, Soylent Green is people! That's what we're finding out now. And the Soylent Green factories are, it's people! That's the movie now. Watch that movie.
Soylent Green, if you don't know what that is, they're disposing of individuals such as you and I, and then the way they're disposing of them is by you and I consuming them. I hate the amount of censorship that we have now and how we have to talk in like weird code. But you can look into it and you can find the Soylent Green movie on Amazon Prime. You will have to pay for it, but if you want it, it is out there.
People will believe in aliens, Area 51, the fact that we walked on the moon, the fact that Egypt is in the Grand Canyon, the fact that celebrities are cyborgs, the fact that we have advanced technology and all types of underground civilizations. They will even believe in Hollow Earth. But let's get into the conversation of Soylent Green and people will gasp, what? No, ain't no way. It's not possible. They would never do that. There are enough chickens. There are enough cows. Where? Do y'all know how many chicken wings people eat in the Super Bowl alone? Like when you start mentioning Soylent Green, people get a gasping and going crazy. How is it possible? No, they would never do that. Are you sure? I don't know. I can't confirm or deny it. This is all alleged. It's all for entertainment purposes. I'm just imagining things. But how is it possible that we're so quick to believe in all of these random things? Y'all would really think that they went to space over and over. The fact that we can access Mars, but we can't even find a plane that gets lost within our own atmosphere, that gets lost in the ocean. The fact that they tell you that we don't know what's in 95% of the ocean. Meanwhile, how did they even measure how much ocean we can't measure? But y'all won't believe that Soylent Green is potentially a real thing. How is that possible? Maybe I'm tripping. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you don't know what that is, save this video, go look into it, come back and share your thoughts. Whatever else comes out, I'll absolutely be back, so make sure you like, follow, stay for some more tea. But there have been so many conspiracy theories throughout the years that turned out to be proven real, like MK Ultra or what happened in Tuskegee. The list goes on and on. But needless to say, we like to think of things as conspiracy until they're proven, and we're not wrong, we're just early. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you for watching. And to be clear, none of this is real. I implore you to do your research because it's all always alleged.
Just more Soylent Green talk, but it is amazing how many people will believe the craziest conspiracies, and a lot of them actually end up turning out to be true. But when it comes to this one, we go, no way is that even possible. But at the same time, you got to realize it is only illegal for us to consume others like us in one state, Idaho. But yet here we are saying no way is that possible. But they literally put it in front of your face. Look at this commercial. Like, what is going on? This is so weird. Now she's just gonna put him in a wake of gravy. Believe in chicken. They literally put it right in front of you. She picked him up, put him into either basically the gravy or the fryer, and then when she pulled him out, he looked like chicken. And then it says believe. Like, come on, they're literally putting it right in front of your face. If you can't see it, you're choosing not to. Please leave me a like and subscribe if you like the content. I appreciate it. Thanks.
You literally can't trust anything on TV. Watch until end.
Mark Zuckerberg is he's just a weird dude in general.
You can't tell me this is normal. Look at his forehead. This is bullshit. That's a mask. That's a skin mask. It ain't normal. Look at it.
His wrinkles had wrinkles.
You can't believe anything you see these days. These glasses aren't even real. Neither is my face. All this stuff was 3D tracked on using these dots that I drew on with this marker. Actually, the marker isn't real either. Neither is the background. Or my face. Have a good night.
These guys are central casting. There's nobody in Hollywood that looks like these people.
That last clip of Biden looked like a straight just mask. I think soon we're going to get to the point, if we're not already there yet, that you are going to have to be questioning every single person that you come in contact with. They are literally making it impossible for us to trust them at all. But once again, everybody's too distracted to see what is actually going on.
What we're seeing today is what I call turnkey totalitarianism. They are putting in place all of these technological mechanisms for control we've never seen before. It's been the ambition of every totalitarian state from the beginning of mankind to control every aspect of behavior, of conduct, of thought, and to obliterate dissent. None of them have been able to do it. They didn't have the technological capacity. Today, the mechanisms are being put in place that will make it so none of us can run and none of us can hide. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low-orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day. Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply. Every right that you have is transformed into a privilege contingent upon your obedience to arbitrary government dictates. It will make you a slave. And what do we do about this? What do? We resist. I'm going to tell you 3 rules that you all need to know and memorize. Number 1, every power that government takes from us, it will never relinquish voluntarily. Number 2, every power they take from us, they will ultimately abuse to the maximum extent possible. Number 3, nobody in history of the planet has ever complied their way out of totalitarian control. Every capitulation is a signal to the oppressors to impose new forms of torment or torture or compliance or obedience. Every time you comply, you get weaker. Bullies cannot be appeased. It just encourages them to new forms of torture and torment. Every time you say yes, you're getting pushed back to a weaker position. That's why we need to resist today.
Everything he was saying is completely correct. We do need to resist. We can't be putting on these wearable devices. We need to stop just giving up our freedoms for security. I mean, there's even an old saying about that. I'm sure you all know what it is. But the thing is, we gotta stop just being complacent. When we keep seeing these things happen, we have to start and resist. Just like what he said. And it's not a political thing either. So move past that. Doesn't matter if it's on the left or the right. The man was speaking the truth. We need to resist.
Their diet, about their physical activity, about the way that they live their lives. We think that wearables are a key to the Maha agenda, making America healthy again, and we are going to. My vision is that every American is wearing a wearable within 4 years.
Oh, okay. So this kind of goes back to the original thought process of you can't trust any of them, not a single one. I don't care if you would have voted for Kamala. I don't care if you voted for Trump. It does not matter. They are all snakes. Every single one of them.
Do you think the Freemasons are still prevalent to this day?
What's on the back of your dollar? Hearing with an eye on it. You have something that where it says E pluribus unum, from one comes many. The Great Seal tells you everything. On the pyramid, it has 13 levels. The eagle, which holding, you know, the leaves, 13 leaves.
What's the 13 about? Is that the 13 colonies back in the day?
They mask it as the 13 colonies, but it's really the 13 bloodlines, 13 families. Rothschilds, all those guys who run the financial system.
Maybe you could break down the whole dollar for us. Can you do that?
So if you look at where the pyramid is, it's really the seal of Solomon. So if you connect the M, the A, the S, the O, and the N, it spells Mason. It goes upside down like this, and then like this. 2 pyramids. Did you see the owl on there? The secret owl?
No, where's
never
that?
This is on your money, you guys. You guys spend this every day, and you guys never seen this.
I got a 20 and a 10 on me.
It has to be $1. I got $1. It's up here somewhere, right where the one is. You need a magnifying glass, but it's on there, right? And then it's Annuit Forceptus, right? So you know what that means?
No.
I'll break that down in Novus Ordo Seclorum, new order of the ages. Annuit Forceptus means he signals the beginning. In God we trust. Which God are we talking about? God doesn't need money. So, Antichrist. We're in the beast system right now, you guys. This is why I love crypto, because it's the exact opposite of this shit. It's not even worth the paper it's printed on. So you mean to tell me we give all the power to a private entity, the Federal Reserve, who's not federal, nor have reserves, and they lend it out to us, and we gotta pay it back with taxes and interest? Does that make sense to anybody?
No.
We should be revolutioning right now. We should be burning this bitch down right now. But everybody's going to work, dying over this. This is a scam system. And nobody even knows what the fuck this means. 13 levels, the 13 stars, the 13 arrows. All this stuff is on our dollar.
They really went deep on the details.
They did.
That's the part that always eludes me. So they really came in with this master plan, like, we're gonna do this.
Yes.
To them. The 13 families said, we're going to do this. The Rockefellers, the Carnegies, Rothschilds, all these people said, we're gonna do this.
Most people do not have any idea of all the symbolism of what is not just on the 1, but the 5, the 10, the 20, and the 50, and the 100. It literally tells a story. If you actually watch any video of people folding them, doing like origami to them, you see some of the craziest things involving 9/11, for example. Seriously, just look into it. And as he says, it says in God that we trust. But which God? This is why names actually matter, and not just calling him by a title.
Why did the U.S. invade Iraq in 2003? Where did that war come from?
If you take out Saddam's regime, I guarantee you that it will have enormous positive reverberations on the region.
Well, first of all, it was completely phony pretenses. It wasn't, oh, we were so wrong, they didn't have weapons of mass destruction. They actually did focus groups in the fall of 2002 to find out what would sell that war to the American people. Abe Schultzke, if you want to know the name of the PR genius. They did focus groups on the war. They wanted the war all the time. They had to figure out how to sell the war to the American people, how to scare the shit out of the American people. It was a phony war. Where did that war come from? You know what? It's quite surprising. That war came from Netanyahu, actually. You know that? It's weird. And the guy's nothing if not obsessive. And he's still trying to get us to fight Iran this day, this week. He's a deep, dark son of a bitch, sorry to tell you.
We had no reason to go into that war. All of this was set up. You look into any of it at that time period, we have been played for fools for far too long. And eventually you actually have to stand up and take a stand. There are others that are doing it, but we need to do it in volume. I'm not saying rise up and get angry and, well, yeah, we should be angry, but I'm not saying get violent. But we do need to rise up. There's countries that are doing it all over the world. And that individual specifically seems to be behind a lot of it. He is creating a one world order. And most of us are sadly just buying into it. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed me as well as the videos that I provided for you. And if you think this was worth it, give me a like, share, and maybe even a subscribe. I appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.